I wanted to show you D2L. So this is Desire to Learn. As soon as you log on to the course, you'll be brought here. And I have a message waiting for you, my welcome message. So you can read it and go through it and see what it says. But the first thing I want to talk about is subscribing to this forum I keep mentioning. So if we go to discussions, there's 3 discussions waiting for you. The first is a Q&A discussion. What is this Q&A discussion? It's if you have any questions. Now, of course, you can email me. I'm always available, but I prefer if you used the Q&A for general questions, and that's because we don't have a class discussion, so it's nice if you have a question for students to try to answer. I can try to answer, and this way everyone sees the response instead of everyone emailing me the same question at the same time, and I'm writing back the same answers, but no one sees it. So this way it's kind of like a class discussion. One person asks the question, everyone hears the answer. Or let's say I'm away for the weekend, and you guys can respond to each other and answer first, and when I get there, it might be someone answered your question already, so you don't have to wait for me. So if it's a personal question, then of course don't. Or if it's code, you want to show me code, don't put it here. But in general, you can post questions here, and anyone feel free to answer. But how is everyone going to get notified? I need you to all go and subscribe. So you click on Q&A, and you hit the word I'm already subscribed. But you hit the word subscribe, and it's going to subscribe you. This way, you can get the messages sent to your email. So as soon as someone posts a question, or it will go automatically to your email, and then you can go on and reply. Or if I reply to this and answer someone's question, you'll get it in your email. So the first thing is to subscribe. The other discussions here, let me show you the other discussion boards. So on the discussion tab, there's 2 other discussion forums right now that are there, and that's for the homework that's due this week, the first week, and it's to introduce yourselves. And this is because, again, it's an online class. I wanted the first week you to introduce yourselves, get to know each other. It's not a hard assignment, but I just want you to get to know who's in your class with you. So reply to each other, and you must reply to 2 people. If you don't reply to 2 people, you'll lose points. And describe yourself. What's your background? What would you like to do after you graduate? Just give us a little information about yourself. It's like getting to know you. The next one is the interviews assignment, and here you will need to interview at least 1 user of a database system, and it could be a programmer, the DBA, and you're going to learn what all these are. As you might not know what is a DBA, but this is something that you will learn as you're reading the lecture notes, the chapter, and talking to people going over, and then you'll find out more about the database administrator and the different roles. But find someone. If you don't know anyone, email me. I'll find you someone, but you should be able to find someone that you can contact who happens to use a database. If you know a different programmer or someone who graduated and is a programmer, and ask them where they work, what database management system they're using, what is the purpose of their database, what does the user perceive to be advantages and disadvantages of the database management system, and also reply reply to 2 of your classmates' posts. Why do I have you reply to 2 of your classmates' posts? Because, okay, you just interviewed 1 person. That's only 1 person. But reading 2 other people's posts will really give you more of a perspective on how databases can be used. So I do want you to reply to 2 other people and read their posts so you can have a little more knowledge on how databases are used. So that's our first homework assignment. We have 2 homework assignments. And you can access it on D2L through the discussions. Now, what else do I have on D2L? Content. In content, I actually post all the lecture notes. So under lecture notes, I have all the lecture notes. They might change. I put them here, but I modify them constantly. So they might change. But so don't download them all on the first day and say, because I'll change them as I'm preparing the class the week before, 2 weeks before, I might edit them. But I put them all out there so you have them. And so it's all lecture notes that you're going to need. Syllabus just links. It's just a link. It just links to my webpage, which has the syllabus. So if you've been to my webpage, you already have a syllabus. So I didn't want to put it in 2 places. All right, so we went through content. Our course home has our welcome message, discussions, assignments. You're going to have a lot of assignments. The assignments are going to be found here, the folders to submit. So you're going to go, let's say, database environment assignment. You click on it, and then you will there'll be like a browse button to upload your assignment. For SQL, same thing. So there'll be a lot of assignments that you won't. They'll open 2 weeks. You'll have 2 weeks in advance for homework, so they'll open about 2 weeks before, and then they'll close. You can't submit anything late, so as soon as the deadline, the due date comes, they close. So you can see this one's open now, but then it's going to close. So that's how the assignment folders work. Quizzes, you will have about 4 quizzes approximately, give or take, and at different points in the semester. And again, quizzes I only have open 1 week in advance, so they'll open about a week before, and you'll have the week to do it, and then they will close exactly on time by the deadline. So you'll have some online quizzes. Your midterm is going to be online as well, and you can access it through the quizzes link, but it's going to be bigger, and we'll talk about the midterm as it gets closer to the midterm. Grades, you can access your grades. I'll always post your homework grades 1 week after they're due. So if, for example, this is due, the Introduction to Database Environment is due on September 6th, exactly 1 week later, you'll have your grades. So you'll never have it later than a week. I kind of feel like you do your homework on time, I'll do my grading on time, and then we'll both be happy. So this is the environment, and hopefully that explains it. If you have any questions, shoot me an email or use the forum. Thanks.